Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So according to reports, Manny Pacquiao is refusing to fight on Terence Crawford's undercard against Mike Alvarado. He feels it's an insult that Bob Arum wants him to fight on Terence Crawford's undercard. So he most likely won't be fighting against Mike Alvarado, and he most likely, obviously, won't be fighting on Terence Crawford's undercard. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read the report, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. So this is what one of Manny Pacquiao's media representatives had to say about the situation. Aquiles Zanillo, if I pronounced that name right. He said, no, he's not fighting Alvarado. He rejected Bob Arum's offer to fight on the undercard of Crawford-Horn fight. It's an insult to him. The world knew who won that dirty fight in Brisbane. It was the biggest broad daylight boxing heist, end quote. So according to Team Pacquiao, because Pacquiao believes that he beat Jeff Horn, he shouldn't be demoted. He shouldn't be fighting on Terence Crawford's undercard. Look, this is what Manny Pacquiao is not realizing. Manny Pacquiao, he put himself in this position. Manny Pacquiao was supposed to fight Terence Crawford. That's what Bob Arum originally wanted. If it was up to the fans and Bob Arum, Manny Pacquiao would be fighting in the main event. He just would be fighting against Terence Crawford. Or he would be rematching Jeff Horn. But Manny Pacquiao cannot have it both ways. See, this is the thing. Manny Pacquiao right now is in a situation where he's forced to either face very tough competition or he's going to have to dance to Bob Arum's drums. And that means fighting on an undercard because he refused to take on tougher competition. I mean, how do you think you're going to pick an opponent like Mike Alvarado and you expect to be in the main event and have Terence Crawford facing Jeff Horn, and that's supposed to be what? The undercard to your fight? When you didn't want to fight either one of those guys? That doesn't make any sense, Manny. It makes no sense at all. You see, the problem is Manny Pacquiao, he was so used to having so many options. You know, for example, maybe he would have 4 fighters to choose from the toughest to the easiest. And 9 times out of 10, Manny Pacquiao would always pick who he thought was the easiest opponent. He doesn't have that luxury anymore. You know, when Manny Pacquiao had options to fight fighters like Lucas Matisse, Ruslan Provodnikov, I'm talking about when they were dangerous, when they were knockout artists, when they were threats, right? Amir Khan, when Amir Khan was still on the upside of his career. Even Canelo Alvarez, there was talks of a Canelo Alvarez fight. Hell, if Floyd Mayweather could fight Canelo Alvarez when Canelo was 15 to 20 pounds bigger than Floyd Mayweather, then we know Manny Pacquiao could have fought Canelo Alvarez because Manny Pacquiao fought a much bigger Margarito, right? And then it was Terence Crawford, who Bob Arum had been trying to force Manny Pacquiao to face for the last 2 years. But of course, instead of facing all of those fighters, Manny Pacquiao, he would elect to fight a Chris Algieri, a Jeff Horn, Tim Bradley a third time, a Jesse Vargas, which Jesse Vargas is not the worst pick, The only problem with the Jesse Vargas pick is, once again, Arum wanted Pacquiao to fight against Terence Crawford. So Manny Pacquiao turned down the Terence Crawford fight because he thought Jesse Vargas would be an easier fight, which, looking back in hindsight, Manny Pacquiao was right. It did turn out to be an easier fight than what the Crawford fight would have been. Freddie Roach will tell you that, because Freddie Roach has a lot of respect for Terence Crawford. In fact, he said that Terence Crawford is pretty much like Floyd Mayweather with power. So Manny Pacquiao, he's been digging himself a hole for the last 2 or 3 years. And now he done ran out of lifelines. You know, I'll close with saying this. Some fans, they'll try to offset what Manny Pacquiao has been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, or longer than that, by trying to deflect and say, well, hey, what about Floyd Mayweather when he fought against Andre Berto? Let me go ahead and educate you guys and break this down. See, the difference between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is Floyd Mayweather, he won the most significant fight of both Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's career, right? He won the fight of the decade. In other words, Floyd is the gold medalist of this generation. Even according to Floyd Mayweather's biggest detractors, like ESPN, who despise Floyd Mayweather, even ESPN has Floyd Mayweather down as #1, the greatest fighter in the last 25 years. So when you place first, there's no higher position to place, right? The same thing cannot be said about Manny Pacquiao. Why? Because unfortunately, he lost the most important fight of his career. I said the fight of the decade before. Actually, it was the fight of the century. That's a lot of pressure that was put on Manny Pacquiao. He lost that fight, and he doesn't want to be remembered as the guy that lost the fight of the century. And what does Manny Pacquiao do? He tries to make up for that huge loss. No different than Roberto Duran. That's the same thing Roberto Duran did in his infamous No Mas loss to Sugar Ray Leonard. He spent the rest of his career after that fight trying to make up for that loss. Floyd Mayweather, on the flip side, he didn't have to make up for a loss because he didn't lose. So after he won the fight of the century, it didn't matter who he fought because he had already won the gold medal, right? It's no different than Usain Bolt placing first, and after he wins, he does a victory jog around the track. It don't matter how fast he's running, he already got first place. You feel me? So when Floyd Mayweather is fighting against Andre Berto or whoever it is for his last fight, that's a victory jog around the track. That's all that is. So now while Floyd Mayweather is retired and celebrating his gold medal, Manny Pacquiao is still trying to play catch up. But the problem is, because Manny Pacquiao made so many bad moves, he doesn't really have too many options. Let's see what happens in the near future. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.